The Vivo Y33s, it is a new mid-range phone from Vivo which is costing around 38,000 PKR in Pakistan market. In this price range, we have 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage. Here is the box of the Vivo Y33s. On the back, we have some more specification about the phone, and this phone has a 50 megapixel main camera. Also, we have 5000 mAh battery size with 18-watt fast charging, and this phone also has a full HD ultra clear display. Also, in the color I have is the midday green color. So in this video, we're gonna unbox the Vivo Y33s. Now let's see that what is Vivo has to offer in this price range. And also, in this phone is powered by MediaTek Helio G80 chipset, which is not a really powerful chipset in this price range. In this price range, we should see a Snapdragon 720G inside of this phone. Here's the box of the Vivo Y33s. Now let's open this box. On the top, we have one more mini box. Inside of this box, we get a quick start guide as well as a soft silicone case, and you can see. And here is the device, Vivo Y33s. Now let's out the phone from this box like this. Now I'm gonna just put the aside here. Now let's see what else we get. And other than the phone, the first thing we get a charger, and guys, and this is a 18-watt fast charging. Also, we get a cable, and this is a USB-A to USB Type-C cable. Also, we get a headphones in this phone, which is don't see in this price range. Also, we get a simulation tool. So now let's put all these things to the side. Now let's look at the Vivo Y33s, and here is the Vivo Y33s. Now first, let me remove the plastic, and here is the midday green color looks like in the real life. And you can see on the back we have a matte finish. Although the back it is made up of plastic as well as the frame of this phone. So now let's quickly boot this phone up. Now let's see the physical review of this phone. On the bottom we have a speaker, USB Type-C port, main microphone as well as a headphone jack. On the left hand side we have nothing. On the top we have a SIM tray. So now let's look at the SIM tray on this phone. And you can see one micro SD card with 2 NAND chips at the same time. It is a full size SIM slot. We also have a rubber inside the SIM tray as well. On the right hand side we have volume up and volume down rocker as well as a power on button, which also has a side mounted fingerprint scanner. On the back we have a triple cameras on this phone. We have a 50 megapixel main camera. Also, we have a 2 megapixel macro and a 2 megapixel depth sensor. No ultra wide lens on this phone, and that's really disappointing. Also, on the front we have 6.5-inch Full HD IPS LCD display with 60Hz refresh rate. It's also really disappointing as well. So now let's quickly set up this phone up. And guys, and here is the first boot of the Vivo Y33s. And guys, and the first impression about the display quality, I have to say that the display quality, I would say it is really average on this phone. I feel that we should see a 90Hz refresh rate on this phone or a Full HD Super AMOLED display on this phone. On the top we also have a U-shaped notch, which looks very outdated. So first let me go to the settings on this phone, and let me show the Android version. And this phone is running on Android 11, so that's really a good thing. We have Android 11 right out of the box. Also, again, and the chipset on this phone, it is very weak on this phone. We have a MediaTek Helio G80 processor, and this phone also has an extended RAM feature. And you can see we have 128GB of internal storage on this phone out of 105GB. It is available for you guys. Now let's go to the display, and you can see we also have a auto brightness feature on this phone, and this phone also has a single speaker. On the bottom we also have headphone jacks. Now let's see the camera. On the back we have a 50 megapixel main camera, and you can see we also have a portrait mode. We also have a night mode. The back camera maximum shoot Full HD at 30 fps, and you can see no 4K. In the mode section we also have a 50 megapixel mode. We also have a slow motion on this phone, I believe. Yes, we also have a slow motion. Now let's see the front camera, and guys, on the front we have a 16 megapixel selfie camera inside this U-shaped notch. So here is the front camera, 16 megapixel, and the colors looks, I would say, really average on this phone. On the front we also have a night mode, and the front camera also shoots Full HD at 30 fps, and you can see. So now let's go to the mode section, and the slow motion not available with the front camera. Now let's see the fingerprint scanner speed, and the fingerprint scanner speed also really fast on this phone, and you can see. But in this price range we also see in-display fingerprint scanner on some phones, but again, the chipset on this phone, it is really weak on this phone. At least we get a Snapdragon 720G, which is also available on the Vivo V21e, which is a much better phone as compared to the Vivo Y33s. Also, this phone also manufactured in Pakistan but again the pricing of this phone, it is not really great. And this phone also has a 5000 mAh battery size with 18 watt fast charging, and battery life should be really good on this phone. That's about it, and thank you so much for watching this unboxing and my first impression regarding the Vivo Y33s. If you want a Vivo phone in this price range, I would say that the Vivo V21e, it is a much better option as compared to the Vivo Y33s. And in this price range, we also have a Redmi Note 10 Pro, which is the best smartphone in this price range. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.